Democrats once again using horrific tragedies to push their agenda. Following mass shootings in Colorado and Virginia, President Biden on Thursday said he would, quote, try to get rid of assault weapons. Here he is.
The idea we still allow semi-automatic weapons to be purchased is sick. It's just sick. It has no social redeeming value. Zero, none.
What will you try and do?
I'm going to try to get rid of assault weapons.
He is conflating two things there. One is completely made up. The other encompasses, what, 95% of firearms? Senator Chris Murphy believes that's not enough. We got to add to the incompetence. On Sunday, the Connecticut Democrat called to defund law enforcement in, quote, Second Amendment sanctuaries. Watch.
The county in which this shooting happened is a so-called Second Amendment sanctuary state. I think we have to have a conversation about whether we can continue to fund law enforcement in states where they are refusing to implement these gun laws. I'll talk to my colleagues about what our approach should be to this problem, but 60% of counties in this country are refusing to implement the nation's gun laws. We've got to do something about that.
He is being incredibly misleading. Murphy admitted the Senate doesn't have the votes to pass an assault weapons ban. So is defunding the police their next best option? Joining me now to discuss former WWE star Kane, forever Kane in our hearts, Mayor of Knox County, Tennessee. Glenn Jacobs is back. So he is wrong. Both the president and Senator Murphy respectfully wrong about so many things here. But is that really the best strategy to take away law enforcement from vulnerable communities, Mr. Mayor?
I guess it wouldn't be my strategy. In fact, here in Knox County, we are one of those Second Amendment sanctuary counties, and we're really proud of that. In Tennessee, we believe that gun ownership by the good guys makes all of us safer. So that's what we think. And of course, this whole idea of defunding the police is just ridiculous, but it's awesome. So on the one hand, you disarm the people so they can't defend themselves against bad guys, and then you defund the police so they aren't around. I think that would be just perfect recipe for disaster.
So what is their position on this? Because it seems like Senator Murphy is telegraphing something that's much larger than the gun debate, and that is defunding the police. We heard from the president, from the White House, and from quite a few people in the administration how much they love the police. They don't want to defund the police. They never said that. They never meant that. But what Senator Murphy is saying runs counter to that completely.
Yeah, they didn't say that, except they were on record saying that, but then when the election rolled around, they realized that wasn't popular and it wasn't working, so they didn't say that. And as you mentioned, Kennedy, too, it's gone from assault weapons, which is really a cosmetic definition that they're talking about, to now semi-automatic weapons. And as you pointed out, that's most firearms in the United States that are in private hands are semi-automatic firearms. They probably need to know what they're talking about before they get on TV and start saying those things.
You know who didn't have a semi-automatic weapon? Alec Baldwin, and he still managed to kill someone. You also have people running around committing all sorts of atrocities against their fellow human beings. But we don't talk about that. We don't lump these things into the same conversation about how human life is devalued. Some people are ruled by hate and darkness, and I don't know if there's a way to legislate yourself out of that.
I wish there were. But there isn't. And of course, when we look at the Constitution and the Second Amendment, it's there for a reason. And politicians and Congress, they're always trying to get around it legislatively. But nevertheless, that's still the supreme law of the land. And if they actually want to do this, what they need to do is try to repeal the Second Amendment. And I don't think that's going to get very far.
No, it's not going to get very far, not with this configuration on the Supreme Court or just about any other. And, there are a lot of Democrat senators who come from states where people want to keep their firearms. They want to keep their families safe. They want to go hunting. Sometimes they just want to collect them. And guess what? That is up to them. Those are choices that individuals are capable of making for themselves. And Chris Murphy's version of America, it is not necessarily a safer one. It is certainly a paternalistic and authoritarian one. And I don't think a lot of people want to live under an authoritarian regime, regardless of how few Democrats want to hold on to power. Mayor Jacobs, always good to talk to you. Thank you for being here on a Monday.
Thanks, Kennedy.
Absolutely.